So there's actually an insane way right now to farm level 3 combination decorations at the time of recording this video. And it works for either armor or weapons. And the best part about this is it does not require any mods at all, so consoles can do this. All it requires is that we get a full moon during the plenty at night. We also have a decent amount of guild points, which means it's best to wait until endgame to do this, and you'll be able to queue up an early game optional quest, which majority of you guys will have, and profit. Tons of people already uploaded videos on this. There's also a lot of Reddit forums too, but I don't see anyone using this specific method that we have here that's kind of streamlining it. And I can't leave my community hanging. You guys deserve to try this out as much as anybody else. It's completely optional, so you don't have to do it, but the information is here if you do want to try it out. Couple tips before we get started. In order for the rest cycle to work properly and successfully cycle the day, make sure you are not in a main quest. Also, do this from a fresh boot of the game. So if you've been playing for a couple hours, reset the game and then start it up and try this out. Another thing I noticed too, the moon will start to appear once the light hits the front part of this rock. Once that happens, you'll know that the moon is going to pass over the mountain. See, the light just hit right there. That means the moon is coming up and we are almost done with this full cycle of the moon actually. So we're officially one more rest in the nighttime in order to get it to the full moon status. So we're going to go over to the camp and do that. Actually, first, I want to talk to Nata and see if Seka has updated the shop, because it does do that every day, right? So the shop didn't update. Now we're going to go rest. I'm going to put plenty. Nighttime, confirm, and I'm gonna speed it up, but I'm gonna wait until the moon cycle's up, so this way we can confirm it is indeed a full moon. So now we got our full moon. We're gonna go over to Alma, and while we talk to Alma, we're gonna go to the desert knows not the sea. We're gonna go quick depart, and it's going to actually put us right immediately into the quest. And the time of day in this, well, it starts evening and then it transitions into nighttime, but it's also the fallow season. I don't know why, but it needs to be in the fallow in order for it to spawn. If you do try to get the flower in the plenty, then the clouds are too clear in order for it to pop. So now we're gonna wait, and as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna highlight over in the area to show just how long it'll take. Let's see, it is 8:30 my time. And look at that, it actually popped up right there. That was about 40 seconds. It took 40 seconds for it to pop up there for me in that location. And it's also going to be in our base 3 camp, that location up there on the cliff. Okay, so we just secured the first one. Now we're gonna fast travel to Area 3. Area 3 camp can be kind of tricky to find. It was for me, at least. I had to look it up. So it's actually in this location, kind of like where you first encounter that initial Chotacabra in the optional quest. It's this long corridor here that leads toward the Balahara, but on the left side, you can see, just for orientation, the original base camp, main base camp is there, and our camp is here. In order to access it, you do have to be on Sacred, and you're going to climb up here, and you're going to go up this Sacred only path right over there. Then you can set up the camp, and what you got to do is actually sprint at the wall here with the Sacred and jump, and then your character will Superman jump, and you can go up and you can cap that. Now after you cap this, you don't have to worry about saving and whatnot. We're going to go to return from quests, and it's going to bring us back. And you'll notice that when we come back, it is still the full moon, which means we can continue to loop that process over and over again. Depending on how quick you are with this, the farm can be pretty solid. You can go up there and you'll see that it is still the full moon. And now every time you queue up that Balahara quest, it'll continue to be a full moon. If this worked for you and you want more Monster Hunter tips, guides, as well as content surrounding the performance of the game, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to help raise that 38% even higher, because we got you guys covered on all of that. Now, let's get back into the video. Now, there's also an interesting thing that I saw happen with me. We see it's clearly a full moon right now. I am actually going to go ahead and we're going to rest. We're actually going to ruin the cycle. We're going to rest. Okay, you'll see we ruined the cycle. We technically would have to get another full moon, but I did notice what's been working for me is quitting the game. Like I'll save and quit the game. And I'm on PC, by the way. This method also works on PlayStation. It also works on Xbox. I've seen people saying that they're doing this specifically on Xbox and PlayStation. So I'm going to boot back up the game. I'm loading back up and I'm going to an online single player lobby. I've just been doing that just to streamline the whole process. And for some reason, we are back at a full moon. I don't know why this keeps happening. Have I never noticed it before? But it does every time. Is it every time that you boot up the game? Is it always going to be a full moon? I clearly broke the cycle. I saved the game. I've even gone ahead and did this before and tried to complete a quest or an objective of some sort so I could push forward the progress. But look, it put me back at the full moon. So now you see 1 gold melding ticket. You could trade that in for either the ancient orb, the sword decorations, or the armor decorations. So we'll go ahead and we'll do 1, and you'll see 1200 actually gives you 10, so you can get a bunch of these. Just keep getting them, and we'll meld it and get ourselves an opportunity to get some pretty good ones. This doesn't guarantee you're gonna get some amazing ones, of course. It's always gonna be RNG. Ironwall Jewel. Okay, so we've clearly done something. We updated our inventory, right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to fast travel back to the Windward Plains. The moon's in a different cycle, and actually to even further this point, I'm going to push it another cycle forward. We are now halfway through this moon's cycle, so I'm going to save the game. I'm going to quit out of it. We've purchased something. We've changed our inventory. We've actually gotten the game to save and travel to different locations. All right, so now we're booting back up the game. Going back into another online single player lobby. You saw that we were 2 cycles after the full moon. And we come back into the game with a full moon. I don't know why this is happening. Is it like every time you close out the game and boot it back up and go into an online single player lobby, is it a guaranteed full moon? Is anybody else experiencing this? Is it just me that has this luck? I have no idea, but I'm gonna fully take advantage of the situation at hand and secure those damn gold melding tickets. Now, sometimes there will be an option in here for nightflower pollen for gold relic tickets. Make sure you differentiate between the two. Don't be like me and accidentally buy some of those. You guys want to make sure it's a nightflower pollen to gold melding ticket. That's melding tickets. If you are in dire need of relics and you're looking to get Artian parts, by all means do that. But it seems like every time I boot up the game, I'm perpetually always in a full moon state. And if we check the inventory, you can see that I actually did use the gold melding ticket. It says 0. And I still have my nightflower pollen. I hope this is the case for you guys. I've been testing this out for like 3 hours now. It's been racking my brain. I've been trying different things to kind of reset the day. But every time that I boot back into the game, close the game out and go back in, it's a full moon. And I'm able to boot up the quest and go ahead and do this. And so far, this is probably the best way to farm this stuff. And then, of course, you would keep on resting and talk to Nata, check his items to see if any of the shops from Seka reset. Make sure that nightflower pollen is going into the gold melding ticket and secure those however which way you can. God bless you, oh sweet full moon. Like I said before, I fully expect Capcom to eventually patch this. I don't know. It's not like it's a PvP game. It is online multiplayer. Grind is one thing, but also, like I said, a lot of people have been making videos on this. A lot of people have been talking about this and making Reddit forums and all that stuff. So I don't doubt that this is already on Capcom's radar, and I highly recommend that you guys take advantage of it. I wanted to make this so that you guys, my community, people that watch our videos, that enjoy our content, this is a completely optional way to grind and get all those decos without spending a whole lot of time doing it. If it worked for you, please leave a comment to let others know. And if it didn't work for you, please comment as well. I'm gonna do my best to help you guys out. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Monster Hunter videos are on the way and you don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.